3 years ago when Nissan launched the Sunny, its biggest USP, its biggest claim to fame was the sheer length of the car and the amount of space it afforded the passenger. Well, 3 years have passed, and as things must change, so must the Sunny. Here is the 2014 variant. The Sunny has always been a great value for money car with its huge boot and super large rear seat, but the bulbous front end that was reminiscent of the Micra looked a little out of place compared to the sleek designs of cars like the Verna and the City. With the redesign, the new Sunny looks sharper and more sophisticated, especially if you get one of the darker colors like the ones we have here. What's new are the boomerang headlamps, the grille that looks like a straight lift from the more premium Nissans like the Altima or the Tiana. They've also thrown in a bucket load of chrome. The fog lamps come ringed with them, while you've also got a chrome lip on the top-end XV variant. The sides remain unchanged except for new alloy wheels and the window garnishes that are also chromed. The rear bumper also gets an upgrade, but the tail lamps remain the same. Now, as all these cars are wont, you've got two engines to choose from. There's a 1.5 litre petrol and a 1.5 litre diesel, which is what we are driving right now. Now, this is an engine we are widely familiar with, considering that you can find it in everything from the small Nissan Micra all the way up to the Duster and the Fluence. Now, in this current state of tune, it's putting out 89 bhp and 200 newtons of torque, which is pretty adequate. Now, both the petrol and the diesel engines have been retained from the outgoing model, and though Nissan claims to have changed the mapping of the diesel for greater power and efficiency, we honestly couldn't tell the difference. Now, this is a really nice car to drive around the city and on these small little coastal roads in the Andamans. The clutch is nice and light and the gear shifts are neutral and snappy. Now, considering that we're not communists, again you've got two choices of transmission. Now, if you do want to go automatic, there is a 5-speed CVT that's only available with the petrol, and of course a 5-speed manual on both the petrol and the diesel. Nissan flew us down to the Andamans for the Sunny Media Drive, a place we'd never been to before, and driving here is unique considering the narrow yet well-surfaced roads. There were a few broken patches and the Sunny handled them well, but it wasn't quite the best in class. You'd also imagine that the extra long wheelbase might affect dynamics, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. Our drive wasn't long enough to properly measure fuel economy, but according to ARAI figures, the claim mileage on the petrol CVT is 17.9 kilometers to the litre, while the diesel has a claim mileage of 22.71. The mechanicals might remain unchanged, but the interiors have received a facelift. The new central console gets a new piano black patina, but the overall plastics still remain a bit plasticky. What will impress you though is a new steering wheel with the new phone controls and chunky audio buttons. Fit and finish levels are great for a car of this class, and the cabin, which was always bright and roomy, remains the same. As this was only a media drive, we don't know what the new Sunny will cost, but we'd guess that prices should only increase by 20 to 30,000 rupees. With this midlife facelift, the Sunny has pulled itself into 2014 and becomes a car that we can endorse.